Alright guys, today we're going to talk about the books that I bought in August. The first two were actually Tumblr recommendations. As I was scrolling down my dash, these two books stuck out at me and I immediately had to buy them. The first one is The Art of Comforting by Val Walker, and this one I know is going to be helpful for me and my family, my parents, my friends, everybody, because I struggle with having not the right words to say when someone's feeling down or something terrible has happened to them, like a death in the family or someone's got cancer. Who knows? It's just hard to say to somebody, I know how you feel, and sound genuine, because it just sounds like that asinine thing to say to somebody in order to bridge the empathetic, sympathetic gap with them. So this is going to help me learn how to talk to people who are in pain and comfort better. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. The second book I picked up was Aristotle and Dante Discover the Universe by this guy named Benjamin S. We're going to call him S because I really don't want to butcher this guy's name. If someone would like to phonetically spell it out for me in the comments, I would love to learn how to say it. But this appealed to me because not only is the cover fantastically beautiful, but Aristotle and Dante were two philosophers that I read about, poets as well. I read about in my last English and poetry class this last semester, and I enjoyed it immensely. I like to learn about, reason and theory and logic and how the universe works, and because this is a YA contemporary, I'm sure I'm going to love it because I fly through those books so quickly. So this is going to be taking a classic and making it fresh and new and appealing to people my age or a little bit younger. So if you haven't heard about this, definitely it's around the internet, it's floating around there. I've been hearing lots about it on BookTube and on Tumblr. If you have read it, let me know what you think, for sure. The next three books that I bought were at a local, I want to say like kind of consignment store, but this guy does more than just consignment. He finds first editions of these great books, and the three books that I picked up were by George Orwell, and they are Coming Up for Air, Animal Farm, and his essays that were published after he died in 1950. They're all this beautiful green color, but it's got that old school cloth binding, and there is a date on them from what they were published and who published them, so it makes them a bit more special, and the binding is just in amazing condition. So I'm really happy about buying these because I really love George Orwell and I love 1984, and I can't wait to read more of these. I have read a few of his essays before and I really liked his humor and his viewpoint a lot. So this is great. This is a happy moment for me. So I'm glad about that purchase, definitely. And then the last two things that I purchased were an exciting adventure that I had in San Francisco this last weekend with a couple of my friends. And the first book that I picked up was Girl Boss by Sophia Amoruso, who is the CEO of Nasty Gal, which is that clothing line. And what made me want to pick this up was Rosanna, and how she for a long time was like, read, lean in, read it, and she had the women's survey on YouTube, and then she's like, this is amazing, along the same lines of like women in the workplace doing amazing badass type stuff. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm picking that up and I want to read that. Lex and Sana and everybody in that whole general area of friends has read this, I feel like, and said amazing things about it, so I'm jumping on that bandwagon and I'm reading it soon. And then the next book is not going to be really much of a surprise because this show and this person is amazing, and it's My Drunk Kitchen by Hannah Hart, and I'm about a third of the way into it and I am dying of laughter. This is so good. I am so happy I picked this up, supporting Green Apple Books in San Francisco, supporting Hannah Hart in the process, paying that little bit more and taking that taxi cab to and from that end of the bay was so worth it. This book is so good. I think if you're living on your own, if you're going to college, if you're not much of a cook, this is for you. It's funny. It's not like one of those books where you're like, how the hell am I supposed to do that? And why do I feel like such a loser because I don't know really how to cook? This is perfect because it's self-food, it's lazy food, but it's also drunk food. And the show is amazing, and this book is amazing, and I want you to go read it immediately. Okay, so that's all the books that I picked up and bought in August. That's a lot, but I did read like 4 ish books in the month, so I feel a little bit like that was okay. Let me know what you're reading in September. Also, let me know what other ideas video-wise you'd like to see in this month. Thanks so much. Bye!